Welcome back to the Ramen.
The soup for college students.
Well, let's start off by talking a little about Paul Wall, famous for songs like I'm Throwed, I'm a Playa, and What You Gonna Do. Actually, those aren't really famous at all. They're just a testament to his deep song titles. Anyway, while performing in San Antonio, the acclaimed rapper turned to his microphone as a bludgeoning weapon and beat a front row fan that flipped him the bird. Bodyguards came to the rescue shortly after Mr. Wall began beating the unsuspecting fan. But dang, homie, it got real too fast out there.
Speaking of music, I think now's a great time to kick it over to our Ghetto Fresh music mogul, DJ Willis C., for a music update.
Such a great idea, K-Squared. Over to you, William.
Thanks, guys. Speaking of you, Ben, Joe Jonas is going for a sexier Justin Timberlake vibe on his solo record scheduled for release early next year. A label rep for Hollywood Records has disclosed that Jonas is going for a more dangerous sound. This scientific chart from a random sample test group clearly shows the enthusiasm pent up for this record. We'll continue to keep an eye on anything Jonas here on the Ramen. Now, an update to Wyclef Watch 2010. Wyclef has recently been released from the hospital after experiencing stress and exhaustion due to his attempted bid for the presidency of Haiti. Wyclef, you should have just called Sean Penn up for some of that cocaine you accused him of abusing, and that stress and exhaustion would have flown right out the window. Wyclef Watch 2010, hope and change continue to fizzle. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has released the nominees for the 2011 ballot. First-time nominees include Bon Jovi, Alice Cooper, Tom Waits, Neil Diamond, and everyone's favorite, Donovan. Apologies to Russian Kiss fans who will probably see LL Cool J or the J. Giles Band enter before either. Get ready for some awful, drunken, ill-advised duets. Thanks, Cleveland. And rounding out the top stories, Billy Joe Armstrong is taking the lead for an 8-night stint in his American Idiot musical on Broadway. Who do you think you are, Roger Waters? I don't really have a punchline for this one, but hopefully he will succumb to a horrendous stage light accident. Just wishful thinking, but if it can happen to Curtis Mayfield, who is light years ahead of Billy Joe Armstrong, then it's only a matter of time. And if you and the rest of your garage band thought it might be a good idea to release an album this week, you'd be wrong. Everybody and their mama releasing records. Gucci Mane, Ice Cube, Jeezy, Young Jeezy, Preteen Jeezy, Training Wheels Jeezy, T.I., Jeremiah, and everyone's favorite alleged murderer, Little Bootsy, all have new releases out this week. Unsurprisingly, Bootsy's album is aptly titled Incarcerated. There's also plenty of new material from a slew of geriatric rock and rollers. Slowhand, the Doobie Brothers, Gin Blossoms, Neil Young, Bad Religion, and even Phil Collins himself all have new records for your listening pleasure. Surprisingly, Collins is sitting atop the charts in the UK right now. Not too bad for a former Genesis drummer. And there's too many other new releases to name this week, but a grab bag includes Jimmy Eat World, Ingram Hill, Laserbeak, Electric Six, Mark Ronson, and Business International, and even Kenny Chesney. And if you've got an awful case of the midweek blues, the Varsity has Bass Nectar tonight to make your ears bleed. Tomorrow, Northgate is featuring a trifecta that, if nothing else, is a hell of a tongue twister. Harvester, Noise Coil, and Cauldron. Friday has the Brandon Foray Band in the Galvez Plaza for some live after 5 soulful rockin'. And the Chiwis can satisfy all your cover band desires at the Varsity afterwards. And finally, after the game on Saturday, Monsters Will plus Sun Hotel will be at Northgate, just a short stumble away from your favorite tailgate spot. Well, that's all for me. My inbox is still empty. But if you think I'm missing something, email me at wcaldwell@tigertv.tv. Once again, this has been DJ Willie C, number 75 on your dial, and number 1 in your heart. I need a drink.